Okay, so I've freed up some memory. I can carry on sanding this a little bit without trying to breathe in all of the dust. Oh, it's so close. So close. Feel the heat coming through that. I think that will do for that, but I have just spotted here this bit. This bit needs sanding. I'm surprised actually that didn't get spotted. It'll do. Right, well that was some fucking energetic fucking work. Right, let's have a look, see if there's any other carving to do on this. I think because I think the answer to that would be no. Okay. Now that has created quite a bit of dust. The question is, do I clean up after every piece? Get on my safety glasses are steaming up. Oh. Guess it's because I'm quite warm. Right, let's have a look at me smaller pieces. I'll tell you what I will have a little clean up here. And one of the things I've tried to do, or I'm trying to keep the temperature down in here, because it gets quite hot when I've been sanding before with the doors closed. So my bedroom door is closed, my living room door is open, but I've got a fan blowing in this way from there, so hopefully the dust won't go into the living room. Okay, that doesn't need any carving. I'm questioning whether to carve that, but I don't think I need to. I think really that just needs filling. It just needs, yeah, I'll just fill that. Okay, so okay, there is that bit there. Let's see if we can tidy that up a little bit then. There's a bit of a screw hole there, so it might need taking back to the end of the hole. Working that way. Really, with this blade I should be able to carve on a curve, given the sharpness of it, but obviously I'm not there yet. I can carve straight, maybe it's about how I'm using it against the wood. say perfect, but I'm going to leave it like that because it doesn't need to be perfect. I don't mind that. Okay, so that's right. Well, that's those three dealt with. So let's move them out of the way. They are going to need a clean at some point. Well, it's all going to need a clean, but okay. No carvings on that. See, this is why I wanted to do the carving first, because I know there's much more gluing than carving. Okay, no carving on that. Let's go to the big. Okay, we've got a bit there to do. Maybe a little bit there, just to tidy it up a bit and that. I wonder if carving them might work. Oh yeah, and I've got a knot missing there. That's going to be a big job. But, you know, let's give this a try. I want to. Basically, I've got two repaired bits with the notch on. I don't know how well the dowels would carve. So let's find out, shall we? I said I wanted to be able to get them to blend in more if I can. That's a different position here. Wind's picking up out there. I might make a mess of this, but at least with this one, this is on a bit that's basically going to be, you're not actually going to see this bit, so even if I do fuck this up, it's not, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just thinking, because if this does work better, it may be more time consuming than gluing, but may give a better finish. And the thing is, so far, the dowels are tough. I mean, they're carvable. That feels too tough for that. It's definitely tough, but I think it's doable. And then things like saying, it could just be considerably more time consuming doing it this way than gluing it. think looking at how tough the dowels are and how time consuming this would be, I don't think it's worth it. Not on this unit anyway. Very awkward to be able to get a good hit on it. Okay. What I would say is I've got to a point there where now, I mean, okay, take this one for example. You can tell that it's a bit of wood that's stuck in there, but on this one now you can actually see the grooves of the dowel. So at this point I'll be tempted to say it's really not worth it, unless I just need to carve the dowel down more. Well, at the moment I'm definitely not convinced. It's not easy. It's not easy work either. Ow. Ow, bollocks. Okay, I'm making a right mess of this now. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's the way to go, to be honest. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm still new to carving, but it isn't in any way, shape or form looking better than it was before. need to try and do now is at least tidy this up so it doesn't look too shit. You never know, maybe after giving it a bit of a sanding it might actually look better. No. No, for the amount of work that would take, it's definitely not worth it. Now, if this was an antique piece of furniture, then it'd be different. Ooh, yeah, the wind's really picked up now. But it's not an antique piece of furniture, so I'm not gonna carry on attempting it. It was worth the try. It's worth the try. A little bit here to try and tidy up, which is going to end up in quite a big area, I'm sure, but okay. Struggling with that tool, to be fair, at the moment. The chances are I'm probably just using it wrong, but for me. Right, and now we've got that big fucking knot. Or, should I say, where the knot used to be. Now you see, I could just leave it as it is, but if I do, then getting in there is going to be a fucking ball ache. Whereas, I could just go at it. Now I'm going to end up with a big bit of the wood missing, but hopefully a cleaner finish if I can. Oh shit, if I can get a decent carve out of it. The thing is, pretty much all of the knot is going to have to go. Maybe this tool would be better initially. awesome. Maybe it won't be. It's not going to be easy to get a cut on that. I have to watch my fingers here. Quite a ball ache. And to be fair, where the knot is, the wood, like this bit, a tough little fucking piece of wood that. So hopefully now that's out. The rest of it should carve much nicer. Now, just like previously, I may have to come from quite far back to get a nice slice on it. Wondering why I might be switching from tool to tool. It's simply I'm not sure which is the best for which bit exactly, so I'll keep trying different to see which seems to work better. Because something I've always struggled with before, like with this kind of thing, is where I've come in from each side, getting it to be smooth. This, I'm hoping, is going to deal with that. It's going to take a bit of getting used to with these tools. I've just got into another bit of what was the knot. So although it was going quite nicely, getting onto that bit, it's just made a bit of a mess. So instead of carving out a little bit, it's taking out a chunk. Yeah, so there, instead of carving out slithers, carving out a bit, but then a chunk's coming up. Now if you're concerned about me using the knife this way, so am I. Oh, see, coming up in chunks again, you bastard. Let's see if there's... Try and go for a very gentle approach. How the hell? Trying to make a nice clean little surface and ended up making it fucking worse. I'm starting to get a little low on the old phone memory. So see how this sands up, shall we? Okay. see if I can just tidy this. I thought so. There's a tiny little bit that I thought that's going to pop up. Well, maybe I kind of have to treat carving a bit like staining. Do some of it, then you have to sand it back and do a bit more. Now I wouldn't normally sand like this across the grain, but given the shape of this, it will be beneficial in this situation. I might have to get the super fine excuse me, onto that. With it being a foam pad, it'll curve a little more. Not necessarily the super fine, perhaps the fine. Ugh. Sorry about that. Memory ran out on the phone. Yeah, so just giving this a quick sanding on the fine sander, and I think I'll go with that. For any other bits? No, but considering what the shape of that was before and what it is now, very, very different, and to be fair, doesn't really look like it's been carved out, it just looks natural. At least it does to me. Right. We'll be on to the next one in a moment. I'll just have a quick clean up. I'm definitely having behind to back up in here again today. Okay. What have we got on this one? I know we've got that glue in. Bits like this that could be carved, but to be honest, get away with just giving it a quick sand. Okay, might have a bit down that end. Yeah, okay, so that can't be, no, it can't be, that's not from one of my screws, because I don't have big screws going in that way. So yeah, so that's going to need sorting out, which I reckon we can do that. I'm actually thinking let's see if doing this might just help a little bit with my angles. Now I do have to be careful because if I go too far over this way, I could very easily end up, that's going to come up, that is, very easily end up taking a big chunk off the end here. That is going to come up. If I don't take it up now, it will come up eventually. So that's not the bit here. There's another screw hole that isn't one of mine. Okay. Well, now I've got two bits to fucking deal with there. Okay. Now if these were shorter pieces of wood, I'd be able to butt them up against the wall like I did last time. But because these are long pieces of wood, there isn't the room to do that. I actually came out quite nicely from there. I know you can't see exactly. I suppose I could move the camera, couldn't I? As I'm carving this, I can see there's a little bit of wood in there that's loose. I'll have to keep going further back to get it to a point where it's not loose. Otherwise, it will just keep on peeling up. Now what I also need to do is kind of come in from the other side. Let's see if I can do this left-handed then. Take my time, should be okay. That's not as bad as I thought it'd be. I have to take a little bit more off on this side. Chunk here, but it is to try and get to a decent level so I don't have any more pickup. And if I find out afterwards that actually these are my screw holes and I needed them, I'm fucked. But I know that at the moment nothing is connected onto the ends of the shelves. What I'm trying to do with this tool, even if you can't see it, is just try and get the curvature at the bottom of the valley. Oh no. Okay, that's what I was concerned about. Taking too much off and ending up losing a big chunk of the corner. Fuck. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Fuck. I've split that. To carve that off, I would end up way up here, going through a knot, absolute ball ache. So I think what I need to do with that is glue that, because it's not enough that it's just going to come off on its own. So I need to leave that bit. I'm going to need to glue that together. Okay, I'll sand that in a moment. Now I'm going to need to see how I get on with this side. Which I'm going to end up with a quite a big excuse me, bit coming off here, but it's different to it being on the end. Struggle here. Well, who would have known I could carve wood a little bit with my left hand, considering all the things I can't do with my left hand. Very odd tool, this. And I've definitely not worked out the way to get the best out of it. I'm going the wrong fucking way here, come on. It's down there I want to get it. Let's get all the way down to that screw pan. Not that you can see the screw pattern, but there is one there. I'm almost through the screw pattern. Weird, some parts of this wood don't half break up easy. Interesting because I'm actually finding it a little more difficult to get this down to the level than I did with any other bit I've done today, mainly because of how deep the screw pattern was and how deep I've had to go to it and how much the wood has been breaking up in there. At the moment it's not really breaking up much in there. Let's give it a sand. awkward bit to try to sand that. Okay, so at the moment it does look a little bit messy, but a bit more sanding and it'll be fine. Another advantage of doing this before doing the gluing is if there had been any bits that I'd have glued around these bits I've been working on, I'd have had to have redone them. Tiny little bit in there. I just need to try and tease out if I can, because it's not sanding off. Bollocks, I didn't mean to catch you. Now I'm trying to sort out a tiny little bit and I've ended up fucking carving out a massive fucking chunk and giving myself more work to do. Not bad. What an idiot. Possible I've been trying to use this as too much of a blunt tool, rather instead of using it as a fine tool. Let's see how this there we go. much better. So I'm going to need to remember to glue that bit. Well, was there any more carving that needed doing on there? I don't think there is. No. Okay, so now we're on to the last piece. Move the camera again. Now, if you've been wondering why my nose has been bad for God knows how long, you look at how much wood has been gathering on the table. Not having a mask to guard me from that is exactly what's caused me the problems. Right, okay, so let's have a look. You know what? I think we might be done. A couple of bits that need a little bit of extra sanding. Okay, so I think that I'm pretty much going to call it a day on that, because I'm fucked. It's dusty as fucking here. All of these pieces of wood, they need a clean. The table needs a clean. There's no point in me trying to glue stuff today because all the wood dust in the air, it's just going to make things awkward. So I'm actually going to take a break for a bit and just let everything in here settle, and then I can come and give everything a damn good clean. Regarding the tools though, interesting one, but I do think I was using it too much as a blunt instrument rather than a fine tool. That one, very good, does exactly what it's supposed to. They both might need a sharpening already. This one, not really used it much, but we'll see. We'll see what it's going to be like on other bits when the time comes. But for the most part, I can't argue with what I've got done. Have these made it easier? Yeah, hell of a lot easier. Hell of a lot easier. Right, I'm going to end there, and I shall see you in a bit.